It depends on the person. I either do what's considered like an elimination diet, so you cut out all of the foods, I would say the big aggravators at once, and then reintroduce one at a time.
Sure.
Or I would do a blood test. So it depends on if somebody's like, I've taken this food out and I don't see any change, I've taken this food out, you know, you have a whole list. That might be the route to go as far as doing a blood test to see, that'll help us kind of narrow the pathway.
And the testing that you do for leaky gut, do you do the stool sample testing or is it?
That one is.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
There are different blood tests that the allergists, my colleagues allergists will do, and sometimes they'll come back dust and that's it. Dust mites, maybe hay or ragweed. But if you have symptoms and you eat wheat or any of the glutens and it seems obvious, and even if your tests are negative, go with what your gut says. You try the elimination diet. I think it's more powerful than some of the tests that we order in the labs. No test is infallible, especially the RAS test or the ones where you get poked on your skin and then you come back in a couple of days and see the reaction. That's so user dependent, it's wrought with error. So you have to be careful about what some docs will tell you. It means that you have to read labels, you have to know how to read labels, and you have to kind of interpret or keep up to date with a lot of the standards that are being put out by the food industry. You have to always be on your guard. If you can't, you don't know where to get the information, just seek one of us or seek out somebody that's well known to help guide you. Yes?
It sounds like gluten is something that we want to eliminate anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're allergic or not.
I agree. I agree with that statement. I think everybody in general would benefit from taking it out of their diet just because it's so hard on our systems. We're all individuals though, so everybody's affected differently, so some people may be affected more so than others, but I definitely agree.
You also have to remember, I'm the more practical, well not the more practical, but I think on the lines of being practical with patients who have tried everything and or they have like 3 different diseases, irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, all together. And even if the tests are negative, you know you don't want to be taking crappy food, because you don't want to be doing anything bad because it might add to the 3 diseases. And until I can figure out which disease to take care of, sometimes eliminating damaging food, damaging behavior, damaging thinking would be, at least you can calm down the body's reactions so you can figure out, okay, which is the disease or symptom we want to work with first. So even if you're not gluten allergic and you're just a little, or even if you're not even intolerant, the highest suggestion is to get on a better diet. It's sometimes hard to figure out which way we go when we start to initiate the new change in life. And there's so many different changes that you can take advantage of. And that's why sometimes Tom goes through the paleo diet. A lot of people will read about it and they want to try it as a catalyst to project change. But again, that's after seeking help.
Yeah, when I'm trying to convince a patient to try gluten-free, I mean, a lot of times that'll be my pitch. The worst case scenario here, worst possible case scenario, is you eat more healthy for 30 days. Like that's the worst thing that could happen. Our office manager was a good example. She kept hearing Dr. Jen talk about gluten-free, so she's like, you know what, I'm just going to try it. I have absolutely no reason to do this. I don't seem like I have any gut issues or anything. In 3 days, she's feeling better. She's sleeping better. Her anxiety is down. She's like, so she really had no reason, but she felt better, and that's enough of a reason for me. I don't need a allergy test to tell me that I need to do it if I feel better.